always redefine it, or at least redefining it in not a new meaning, but kind of get everybody up to speed. What I think success is, it's being happy. Well, being happy is not winning the lotto. That is joy, because after about 2 years, you will arrive to your same level of happiness. And I've seen it personally. I know people that have won the lotto, and they are just really good people from the beginning, and they became my customer after they won. But they from all accounts, I could tell they were decent people. He gave like 3 weeks notice when he quit. They had all their stuff together. They let their kids buy cars, and then they let the kids get the cars repoed, at least the son, because they stayed true to themselves. Anyway, so after the money ran out, they had a couple investments. They were still themselves. For 20 years, they were the same. I think there's a little bit of euphoria at the beginning. I remember speaking with the guy that invented the weed eater. Like when I get them confused. There's two guys I used to know. We used to do their house. It was the guy that invented the weed eater, the spool where you hit it on the ground and it keeps on lengthening it. And then the other guy he invented the nail gun, the modern nail gun. And they said, I think it was a weed eater guy. Pretty bitchin' house too. He had lived in Lake Arrowhead. He had a house and then a tunnel that would go to a game room, and yeah, he said being rich is super nice for about 2 years, and he's all, after that you get used to it. and I can see that too. Like the people that I know that are wealthy, it's not that they're miserable, because again, if they were happy before, they'll be happy with it. It's just you just have a different set of problems. You exchange your problems of, okay, you used to be worried about bills and this, that, and the other, and now your problem is, for one, you're a little jaded, so it's harder for you to reach that level. But you got people that want loans, you don't give them a loan, they get mad, they treat you differently, because they are ultimately expecting something, they're waiting for something, and so it does take away from a lot of your relationships too. But anyway, getting back to the motor versus an anchor. If you have you need to you want to be successful, and so every day you need to listen to something positive. And this is where I talk about the advantages of me not being a superstar realtor with just just everything going for you and positive, blah blah blah. And well, because for those people, they're already halfway there, a lot of them, and a lot of it is because of the work they did, but a lot of it could be they already, people take for granted being able to go to a university and getting a degree, and yeah, it's a lot of work. You're the person doing the work, but you still had parents that set things up where that's normal, and you've seen it at a young age. Your parents went here, so you'll go there. Most of the world cannot do that. We don't have the brain for it. We don't have the and I don't want to say finances, because we can all start at a community college, but having been a laborer my whole life, I could not just pick up and go to school, because you're just trying to make ends meet. And back in the day, there was no programs, at least not for, for me. You just couldn't sign up here and get money. I mean, you probably could, again, if you had, a network around you that was in tune to all that stuff. But so for us, the thing that I say is, okay, we can arrive to the same place, as far as being happy and success. We're just going to take a different route. But the school that you and I need to do every day is just listen to somebody that's positive. Call that person that's a business person and just talk to him because he wants to vent. Believe me, he loves to talk about his crappy employees and how the government's taking half his money. But he will also, if he's successful, talk about plans. Hey, he's going to buy this piece of equipment. He's going to do that. And every day you need to talk to somebody like that. You need to listen to somebody like me or somebody else, the Anthony Robbins of the world, and all these motivational speakers, Gary Vay, Take a Knee, all these. And I think that's how we are going to be successful, because like they say, that stuff doesn't last very long, the motivational stuff. So listen to it every day. And again, you cannot go a whole week without being affected by the world, so to speak. That's why we have our midweek Bible study. And the same thing with business. You cannot be successful and positive and move forward when you're in a world every day that's inundating you with, hey, have fun, do this, go to Caliente, it's great, you can hang out by the pool, let's go buy this, go do that, drink this, drink that, and eventually you're going to get away from, hey, get your ass up early, work all day, be smart about what you're working on, and you'll be successful. All right, guys. It's so early that McGregor is hearing the birds, and he went outside and there were no birds.